Hey, what's up, guys? Another beautiful day outside, so I want to do another video outside today. Today, I want to talk directly to those people who might be asking themselves, am I good enough to be a game master? And I want to start right away by saying yes, yes, you are. And you might ask yourself, how do I know that? I know that because I can do it, okay? And if I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so basically, the way I started running games, I started running games a few years ago during COVID for my kids, right? And then I went from there to when COVID loosened up, I started running games for my friends, and then I started running games for the public at my local game stores. And, you know, of course, know the rules, but I think what people get paralyzed by is the thought of perfection, okay? And they have visions of these, you know, Matt Mercer types who are, let's be real, amazing at what they do, but they have visions of that and they're measuring themselves against these incredible personalities and titans of the industry of what they're delivering, right? And I think that's a mistake. You can't measure yourself against those types of people because you're never going to start. If that's what you're measuring yourself against people who are basically already at the finish line and they've perfected their craft. Basically, you need to let go of that idea of perfection and just start. You're going to make mistakes along the way. You're going to make a lot of mistakes along the way, but let go of the idea of perfection. Learn from your mistakes. Every session that you have and every mistake that you make, take some time to reflect on it and then let it go and move on and just think about what you would do differently next time. There's been many times where I've asked players to make a roll when they didn't need to make a roll and it feels unnecessarily punishing, or I didn't get the rules right. There's going to be lots of times like that, but you just need to move past it. Just remember to have fun and remember why we play this game. Again, going back to, like, you know, Critical Role and Dimension 20 and all that kind of stuff. I can probably do a separate video on this topic alone, but I don't think that's what the game is. I think the game is you sitting around at the table with your buds, having a good time, telling a story, rolling some dice, and goofing around. I think we just kind of need to get back to basics and remember why we come to the table every week is just to have fun. So I think if you come to the idea of possibly being a game master, just remember to have fun, make some mistakes. Every time you run a game, just like your player characters are going to be gaining experience, you as a game master will be gaining experience. You're going to get better every time you do this. Just like the first time you do anything, the first time you ride a bike, first time you try swimming, first time you play a sport, you're going to suck. You're going to suck. But you need to let go of that and just do it. Be brave. A wise man once said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step. And the first step possibly starts today. So be brave, take that first step. You might just surprise yourself. Okay, so that's it for today. You guys take care. You can do this. I know you can do this. The hobby needs more game masters. I don't think there's enough game masters in the world. I became a game master out of necessity because the area that I was living in was basically a D&D or DCC desert, and I wanted to run and I wanted to play. So I became the dungeon master. I became the game master. So if I can do this, you guys can do this. You got it. Okay? You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Peace.